Hello everyone, welcome back to Void Art Studios, and today I am going to be reviewing the Siren Gnarl. Siren is a brand I haven't reviewed yet. It is a rather small, not in terms of like popularity, but in terms of like amount of blasters, it's a pretty small company. They've only released 3 blasters. They released the Gnarl, which is this one, they released the Mauler, and they released the Blink. This is the Gnarl. It is the cheapest one of them. It's about $15, and that price makes sense. It's the size of a Maverick. This thing's tiny. And it's a primary. It can be used as a primary, too. It's magazine fed. It comes with this little 5-round magazine for some reason. If I had a nickel for every time a blaster came with a 5-round Talon, I would have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, right? That's my horrible Dr. Doofenshmirtz impression. But yeah, this is the second blaster I've ever purchased to come with a 5-round Talon. The first one being the Harrier. This is the Harrier's 5-round Talon. And yeah, so let's take a look at these darts real quick. These are like polypropylene, polystyrene, weird, they're like styrofoam darts, which is very different from regular dart foam. It's more along the lines of ultra darts, which is weird. And what brings even more of an ultra dart comparison is the fact that they don't have a hole in the back. They just have, it's just solid flat, which is strange. I mean, these blasters are compatible with all the different types of half darts. I'd be surprised if there was a half dart blaster that wasn't, but yeah, it's weird. Up at the front, we have the muzzle. There's no sort of compatibility here with anything. Like, you can't put a scar on here, you can't put any sort of barrel attachments on here. Oh, my nose is itchy. You can't put any sort of like scar or barrel attachment on here. I mean, somebody probably has like a 3D printed barrel collet or something, or if you took off this muzzle piece, you could just throw like one of our Hobby B cars on the exposed barrel, but then you lose your orange safety tip, so I would not recommend doing that. Up at the top here, you have a Picatinny tactical rail, and it has a rail-attached front sight. The blaster actually doesn't have a terrible sight picture. It's definitely usable, but I would throw an optic on it. It follows a trend across all the Siren blasters of having a built-in, obnoxiously conspicuous rear sight while having a rail-attached front sight. Man. Down here is the magazine well. This magazine well is only compatible with Talon geometry magazines. You can't put a katana in here at all, and it doesn't have a katana catch. So, don't be mad, the sign says Talons only. Back here is the mag release. It feels nice, just a little lever. You can strike it with your trigger hand, you can strike it with your offhand, and the magazine insertion is, well, relatively smooth. Back here you have your trigger and your safety. If your safety lever is in the up position, you cannot pull the trigger. If it is down, you can fire. And you just saw me prime this thing, which is very weird. It is direct prime, a la Fire Strike, or like I don't know, every X-Shot pistol ever. That blaster's falling off. I need to... I really need a better storage solution for some of these blasters, I swear. Yeah, it is direct prime. I think I just double fed. Yep. Yeah, we're out. So, it is a weird prime. Definitely starts to hurt the finger after a while. You want to put a bigger priming handle on this thing. Like, I think Xbox Games has a T-pull mod for it that hooks in here and just turns it into a T-pull, like on a Jolt or a Hot Shock. Oh, please don't tell me it's gonna start raining again. Yeah. Final thing to note about this blaster: the grip is a little strange, but I mean, I'm a veteran of weird grips. I used to collect a lot of the Nerf Fortnite blasters, and they have very strange grips. So, it's not as bad for me, but it might be something of a concern for anybody else. Another thing about this blaster, may not look it, this thing's tiny. This is the Aeon Pro X, one of my favorite Pro blasters, and was previously the smallest magazine-fed Pro Springer. The Gnarl is just over half the size. So if you want a really compact magazine-fed Springer, buddy, you are $15 away from heaven. This thing costs $15, which, since the Fury X went up because of tariffs, makes this now the cheapest Pro primary. So yeah. And what's nice is it's available on not only the Siren Blaster's website, but it's also available on Amazon. So if you've got that good old sweet, sweet Amazon Prime, you don't even have to pay shipping. I have heard that Siren Blasters released, like, on store shelves, but none of my Walmarts and Targets nearby have it. So, that's up to, I guess, where you live. But yeah, I think that's just about all the objective information I can cover for this blaster. It's very small, it's very straightforward, and it's very simple. So let's take it out to the range and shoot at stuff. Alright, it's lightly raining, so I hope this can get done quick. We got the Gnarl, got some nitro shot darts. Let's do this. Getting a little softer than I thought. Oh, we're empty. I thought I jammed it. Well, we're empty. No, I want the other one. We got some Nerf Pro darts. Let's hope these actually go more than 2 feet, unlike in the slab. That's promising. Barely grazed the table. All right, we are empty. My hand is starting to hurt. That's the problem with the Gnarl with its stock priming grip. Your fingers are going to hurt for after a little bit of firing. We got some ember darts. Let's put them down. Oh. That one flew. Jeez. Okay, I can't use my pinky. I think I just double fed. Shotgun. Nope. Did not double feed. And we're out. Alright, well, that was firing demonstration of the Gnarl. Needless to say, accuracy, not the best. I mean, it's got all of a 3-inch barrel, so I'm not surprised. If you could put a B-car or something on this thing, or just find a way to put any sort of rifling in this thing, get a lot more accuracy out of it. But anyways, I'm gonna go pick up my darts. I'll see you back inside. Alright, we are back in the house with the Gnarl. What do we think? Firing performance was as I expected for a blaster with essentially a 3-inch barrel and no B-car. It's a little everywhere, a little difficult to aim. I don't think this blaster meets Siren's claim of outshooting the Mark III, which, oh, I need to do a comparison series. I need to get all the Siren blasters and then get all the blasters that Siren says they'll shoot better than and test them in a possibly unfair comparison, because it's so if you don't know what I'm talking about, in the sort of demo video, in the sort of demo ad video for the Siren blasters, it puts up a little graphic on the screen for about 5 seconds that just shows like all these bogus range claims of saying that the Siren Gnarl can shoot better than the Dart Zone Pro Mark III, the Siren Blink can shoot better than the X-Shot Pro Long Shot, and that the Mauler can shoot better than the Dart Zone Pro Mark IV, which they might. I don't know. I don't know why you would compare a Springer to a Wheeler in either case, but I kind of want to get, because I have all the other blasters, I just need the Blink and the Mark III, and I can make that comparison. And I think I will. I think I want to. That would be funny. Prove prove Siren wrong about their branding schemes. But anyways, back to the Gnarl. It's a fine blaster. Again, this is a bit uncomfortable, this priming grip. But other than that, as a compact primary, this is about as compact as it gets. And, you know, you still have everything that makes a primary. You got magazines, you got rails, you got a good little priming handle, you got your safety. Do people use those in Nerf? I don't know. But yeah, the Gnarl. It's pretty alright. I mean, I wouldn't choose it over my Aeon or my Fury. Definitely wouldn't choose it over a Mark III. But I think it's alright. I think it's a pretty good little choice. I mean, if you can deal with the Prime, it's got a great price. $15 for a Pro Blaster is pretty good. I have not experienced the barrel yeeting itself out the front like one of the Amazon reviewers says. I don't know what else to say, really. It's a nice compact blaster. It'll do what you want a compact primary to do. It'll take good magazines. It'll look like a bolter from Warhammer. Again, my big nitpick is this. This is uncomfortable. If you saw out on the range, I was changing fingers while priming this thing because it would eventually just start hurting my fingers because it has a heavy spring that you're supposed to prime with one finger. And to achieve a one-finger prime, you want a spring that is not only powerful or makes a powerful blaster, but you also want the spring to be light. Like, for example, the Worker Kunlun. It hits about 250 to 300 FPS on a spring light enough that you can pull it back with your you can pull the bolt back with your pinky, and it still work. This is not like that. This is a very heavy spring in a very small blaster on a one-finger pull. And so yeah, this is definitely a blaster you want to modify in some sort of way. Get like a T-pull, because I think there's somebody who made a T-pull for this thing. I can't remember for the life of me who, and I think it was Xbox Games, but if you just look up Siren Gnarl T-pull, it will show you. And that's about all the information that I feel is deemed necessary. Objectively, it's a great compact blaster. Subjectively, not my first choice, so you probably can't see it over this piece of junk. Not my first choice in terms of a compact primary, but, because like, and I hate going on and on and on about this, but like, the Aeon Pro X has a heavy spring, but it has a good, it has top prime, which makes it a lot easier to handle that spring, and even then, if you can't grip it, it has a ridge back here, so all you have to do is just slam your hand into it, and it'll prime. There is no fail-safe like that on the Gnarl. And like you could make probably a top prime kit for it, and I think somebody's already made a pump kit for it. So you can make your Gnarl obnoxiously long in pump action. If you can tell, I don't care for pump kits. I don't think every blaster needs to be pump action. But if you want... if you want a pump action Gnarl, just go buy a Nexus Pro X. Spend the extra $40 that you were probably already going to spend on the pump kit on a Nexus, or on a Striker, or on a... if you can find one for cheap enough thrifting, a Mark 1.2. This is a specialized class of blaster. It's very different, it's very strange, but it's very, very cool. That's all I have to say about it. If you did enjoy this video, then please do leave a like, subscribe, algorithm nonsense, and comment your favorite Siren blaster. For me, that would have to be the Mauler, but that's only because I don't have the Blink yet. I'll have to see how all the fun little nonsense on the Blink works. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for next week's video, because I'm reviewing something very, very unique next week. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!